So I'm teaching with Time Klein. We are co-teaching a course on Richard Baxter's political theology, which is popularly, or ought to be popularly titled, Richard Baxter's Christian Nationalism, because that's really what he wrote a whole book basically laying out what a holy Christian nation should look like. So we will read that, right? Like what a nation, Christian nation should look like. That's his holy commonwealth in a whole bunch of aphorisms, like 400 or something ridiculous. So anyways, that's what we're doing for that course. We won't just be reading that book, but that will be kind of like at the center of everything else, I think. Then I'm going to be teaching a course on the Westminster Confession of Faith, particularly its theology. I often think that people don't appreciate why some of the language is in that confession. Like, why are they saying certain things? And so my whole goal there is to be like, this is why they're saying this here, because there was this debate either with the Lutherans or the Roman Catholics or fellow Reformed folk, and they're saying it in this way because they're like basically throwing in their hat, or alternatively, as they are wont to do on occasion, they say things in certain ways to leave open areas of disagreement, right? So they just kind of like are intentionally vague, right? And so my goal there is to look at the Westminster Confession of Faith, go through as much as we can. I'll probably have to pick and choose because we just probably won't be able to, it's long. We probably won't be able to do everything, but anyways, my goal is to contextualize the Westminster Confession of Faith, particularly theologically, not unlike what John Fesco somewhat tries to do in his book, although again, he's picking and choosing, and I might have some differences of opinion on some of that stuff. Anyways, he has a book called The Theology of the Westminster Standards or something like that. So anyways, that's the book I'm thinking of. But I want to do something like that. What else? I'm going to be teaching a course at some point on debates in Reformed theology. So each week, what we do is we pick one intro Reformed debate and we go and tackle it. So Sabbatarianism one week, right? Regulative principle stuff next week, right? Second Commandment issues one week. Whatever. Anyways, there's like hundreds of them, right? These are the sorts of things that people at Reformed seminaries debate, during their free time around a beer. All right. So anyways, those are the sorts of things that so what I would do, my goal is to have like an argument on each side that we read from kind of Reformed literature, whoever, you pick a good representative arguing for this position, then you get, so like if you're doing regulative principle, you might read D.G. Hart on the one side and John Frame on the other, right? Or whatever. And you read them and then you talk about it. Two office, three office, right? That's a big one, right? Elders, ministers, or ruling, teaching elder stuff, right? Again, take two representatives and go at it. Spirituality of the church and transformationalism or neo-Calvinism, right? Or something. Anyways, there's 1,000 different things, and I haven't decided. I want to take the 10 hot topics, right? So, David Van Druden and Brad Littlejohn on Two Kingdoms, whatever, right? So anyways, that's the plan, is you take like 50 pages from each person, and then you just talk about it and read them and think about it and, right, see what the issues are. Where is the actual disagreement, the state of the question? Where do they agree? Where do they disagree? Do some irenicism. And then at the end of the day, put your foot down somewhere,